Hello, my beautiful people. Sunday night, getting ready for a new week. Figured I'd do a rune pull for some energy for the week, things that we should think of. So I don't know if this message will resonate with me or if it'll resonate with you, or maybe it'll resonate for both of us. So I'm just going to do a Celtic cross rune pull, and we'll see what the rune stones say. Great day. Got to play pipes today. It's always a great day when I get to play pipes. All right, let's see. We're going to first pull the center stone. First, we're going to pull out our Iona stone. This is our stone from Iona. Helps to grant, just reminds me of that spiritual place. And hair is everywhere today. All right, what is our center stone? All right. Go and was, and what got us to this position? Bergano. And what are the forces that we cannot control? Perthro. Oh, this isn't Perthro in this cup. This is weird the way this is, but this is Uraz. Perthro and this and these stones is a little different. Okay, what are the things we can control? Fehu. And what is the potential outcome? Remembering that we don't predict the future with rune stones. Ritter-Guth, which is water, flow. All right, let me take a hot second here to think about what the messages are, and I will be right back. See you in a second. So this is a really fascinating read because it's consistent with the two previous readings that we've had. So this is definitely a theme for somebody, and I think maybe even me in regards to some specific spiritual things that are going on right now. But the Ingwaz, or Ingaz, depending on which pronunciation you're using, this is a really positive stone, and in a reading it outweighs any negative stones that might have come up with it, but we don't really have any truly negative stones. None of the menacing stones are here. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you, because you can look that up on your own or through ChatGPT. But what popped out when I was looking over it is that goals, growth, change, common sense growth, internal spiritual growth, break sexual roles about gender, interact with the supernatural, don't worry about what others think. And that really struck with me. So as we've been saying the past few readings, like, something amazing has happened, and people aren't really thrilled about it, but who cares what they think? Because who cares what people think? I don't care what people think. I used to care what people think, but now I'm older and I don't care. They can like or not like what I believe in, or they can accept or not accept it. It doesn't matter. Like, I have to be right with God on my path, and I'm less enamored by what other people think of my path. So that's the energy we're in, right? Like something good has happened and we're on this great path. And Berkano means birth. Like, literally, it's a great stone. It's like the birth of something. So this is the start of something, and that's what led to this sort of epiphany and this space where, you're thinking all about, how to do something positive in the world. It's interesting that Uraz, which in this stone set, it's a little hard to see because it looks a little bit like Perthro, which Perthro means luck, and Uraz does not necessarily mean luck. But what Uraz does mean, and this is stuff that you can't control, is it's the bull, right? But it came up in the inverted position, so it means mental fatigue, review your lifestyle, be attentive, reflect on choices, resistance to change, that you need a necessary change, wild nature running too wild. So this is what you can't control. So you kind of got here, and the things you can't control, because you need to have a center. There needs to be a focus. And, if you're Christian, of course, that's going to be Jesus or God or Mary or the saints or the angels. If you're not Christian and you're pagan, spiritually speaking, you need something to focus your energy on, whether you're Wiccan or follow witchcraft, or you're pagan and polytheistic, or if you're monotheistic, or whatever you are. You need a path. You need to know and define what that path is, because that's something you can't control, that there is a path and that there is light, right? That we're beings of light, or, we can't control that there is something. There is the spirit world, right? That is a thing. And whatever you call it, whatever you name the things, whatever you believe, at some point, you have to define for yourself what those things are, right? And you have to follow a true path towards wisdom and light and love. And so you can't control that there is a path. There is one, whether you recognize it or not. It's there. And so when we're disconnected from it, that those feelings of hopelessness and helplessness, those feelings sort of go out of control, because our energy isn't focused into positive space. But you do have the ability to make changes, right? Fehu is all about beginnings. Fehu is the first letter of the Elder Futhark alphabet. And it's about abundance and success and security and fertility, prosperity and wealth, nourishment of life, creation, beginning. Nothing is made by chance. Luck is an energy. Self-confidence, comfort, controlled intentional fire, new project, be humble, like always be humble. So, out of this little bit of chaos, right, which is chaos because you have discovered something amazing, which we've talked about the last few times, right? You have a new energized focus for the world, for your life, for your path. And there's something amazing has been birthed into you, which is resulting in this epiphany. Like, that's the best word that keeps coming to me. It's this epiphany. And you can't really control when other people don't agree with it. You can't control that the epiphany happened, because it happened. And it's in the universe, and it's with you now, right? But just keep focused. This is a new beginning. This is a great opportunity. You can control the negativity. You can control, how you respond to other people. So I always like to give stories. There are some people in this world who don't want to see other people be successful, because it makes them feel bad that they're not successful. There are some people in this world who are eternally snooty and aren't humble. And in my career, because I built myself up through my career, I come across a lot of people who think they're a lot better at what they do than they are, or than they think that I am, or other people are. Can't worry about them. Can't worry about them, right? So the harder thing, I think, is to remember that you are worth something, and that you and your path is worth everything to you. And you can do that with humility. You don't have to shove it in people's faces. You don't have to be right about things. When I was younger, I used to have to be right about everything. I came from, my mother had to be right about everything. Like, she had to fight till the death to be right about a thing. And there's some people in my family who are still that way. They will fight you to the death because they have to be right. I have moved past that. I know what's right for me. I can only choose how I respond to things. I cannot choose how you respond to things, and so I don't try. And so that leads to being very fluid. And probably one of my favorite stones, Ritter-Guth, is all about the flow and about the river, and just being able to navigate. You're always going to come across people who disagree with what you do. You're always going to come across people who think they can do things better than you. You're always going to come across those people who are critical of everything and have something to say about every single thing. Let your water flow right past them. You just let them go. All what is it? All water leads to the ocean, right? We're all, heading towards the same destination in the end. Whether you were King Macbeth being buried in Iona, or, you know, somebody being buried in the cemetery down the street. Like, the end is the same for us all, right? So don't spend your energy on this earth, the precious little time that you have on this earth, worrying about everybody else and what they think of what you're doing. As long as you're putting light and love out in this world, just be happy about it. Be happy about the contribution that you get to make, the honor and privilege it is to make a contribution in this lifetime. And don't worry about what other people think. I feel like that's a message we've sort of been getting the last few times. It's like, you're on a good path. This is a good path. This spiritual path that you're on, whatever it is, it's a good path. And don't. I had a vice president early in my career when I was teaching faculty before I got tenure. And if you've seen Dead Poet Society and John Keating, who's the teacher in that movie, I am very much a John Keating kind of educator. And that's much more acceptable now. But when I was first started teaching at the college level, that is not how you teach English. And the people in my department let me know on a regular basis that I was not teaching literature the right way. I didn't give a shit. And they're like, well, you're not going to get tenure. Well, then I'm not going to get tenure. I think that's an archaic system anyway. So, whatever. I did research, published, I did all the things I was supposed to do. And, whatever. I wasn't in it for them. I was in it for the students. And I know what worked with students, and kinds of things that I did with them worked to help them retain the material and learn complicated material like Dante's Inferno and the Canterbury Tales and the things that I taught. And the one vice president who is now president at a college said to me, and I'll never forget this, she said, if you're going to kick sand up, expect to get sand in your eye. But if it's worth it, it's worth it. That always stuck with me. And it was worth it. Now people do games and do all kinds of things and, have all kinds of educational technology in the classroom. But I was OER before that was even a thing. I was using EdTech before that was a thing. And I don't regret it. So don't regret it. People are going to be critical when they don't agree with you. But you know what? Go your own way. Listen to the Fleetwood Mac song and go your own way. But let's just make sure that our reading is on target, and we'll ask Spirit just to clarify through cards. We're going to do 3 passes. Somebody asked me why I'm not going to blow on them, and if I have to do that. I don't have to do anything. I'm a grown adult. You don't have to do anything. But I do that as just a reminder to me that I'm going to start now, and I'm putting my energy into the cards. Do the cards need it? No. Do I need it? No. But I do it just as a reminder, like now I'm getting started, and I'm going to read these cards, and I'm asking Spirit to guide whatever falls out of the deck. And I do 3 passes. I always say that I'm going to do 3 passes so Spirit knows my plan, and then I knock when I'm ready 3 times, blow my energy in, and we get started. So here's pass 1 for any cards to clarify this reading. If we don't get any cards, it stands on its own. So we got 1. And people do this different ways. People do card readings different ways. They're all right. None of them are wrong. You do whatever is your system. 3rd pass. Okay, we got 1 card, and it is the Rest card. Stop, recharge, and self-care. So when I see this card, I always think like a pause. Like you've been going at it pretty hard. You've been, you have this new thing, right? This new energy and this new, this epiphany that you've had, and people are frustrating you because they're not excited for you and they're not happy for you and they want to bring you down. Just rest. Do what you need to do for self-healing so that you have the energy to carry on in this new path, this new, as the, like Fehu, this new beginning. You have this great ability to start this, flowing down the river with this new energy and new passion, but you're going to need rest. Just like, you rest a lot before you go hiking. You want to get rested so that you can do the journey. So get some rest. And on that note, I'm going to go rest because it's late. Remember when I had a clock that never changed time? See, things change. I am wishing you all the very best of light and love. I'm wishing you a great week, and I will catch you later for another reading. Be well. Bye-bye.